It is 6:41 here on this Tuesday morning. Every 10 minutes we get you a forecast update from KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sean Macaday. Sean, what's the latest with the snowstorm you're tracking?
Well, the National Weather Service sees this storm, and I will say they have called this storm historic in some regards, especially in southern Minnesota. They have used that verbiage, those words, to describe this storm coming our way, and they've upgraded some of our area to account for that. Winter storm warnings now out for the majority, North Iowa and all of our southern Minnesota counties, maybe not Houston County, but the other areas in the winter storm watch, which essentially means we're on the edge. Could be, could not be. There is a chance for some sleet, which could eat into some snowfall totals here in places like Osage, Cresco, Charles City. If you're in the watch, you could still see great impacts and very intense impacts from the storm. If you're in the winter storm warning, you are expecting intense impacts. And if you're north of I-90, these impacts are really strong. There's a blizzard warning to our northwest with strong winds. I'll be honest, that could expand into our region too. It's not there yet, but we're talking about that. Most of that, by the way, is for tomorrow afternoon through Thursday. But today, we're going to start to see the storm arrive out just afternoon in southern Minnesota. So now's a good time to prepare. If you're stepping outside to prepare, do keep in mind it is going to be chilly. Wind chills right now are down all the way to 5 to 15 below zero, but it will get a bit warmer. Clouds are starting to move in from the west ahead of our storm. Already a couple of flakes in parts of western Iowa closer to Sioux City. You follow that west through the Dakotas all the way to Idaho. Here's our storm system getting going. Once it moves off the mountains and it heads straight for us, it's actually going to take a little bit of a path a little bit further south, scoop up some moisture, and then move further north. It's going to be arriving with snow, heavy snow, strong winds. That's tomorrow. But for today, we're getting some snow out in front of that thanks to the whole storm being really ventilated, like pulled apart by the jet stream. So that's going to allow for some extra snow today. What you need to know is this morning you're stepping out the door. Good time to walk the dog before maybe you can't for a while. Temperatures are going to be rising quickly. Next couple of hours into the teens, towards 20 degrees this afternoon. Here's how much snow I'm expecting this afternoon. If you're along or north of 14, you could see 6 or more inches. If you're along I-90, you're probably looking at closer to 3 to 6. And if you're in North Iowa, there's a chance you don't see anything, but you could still see some decent accumulation. It's going to be very variable there. Now, as we work through tomorrow, this is the total storm, round 2 included. North of I-90, you're talking about more than a foot of snow. Some spots, this will set records, no doubt about it. Along I-90, it's closer to a foot. And if you're south of I-90, some sleet could eat into some of those totals, but there's still a chance it could be quite dramatic. So this afternoon, about 1 p.m., 2 p.m., the snow moves in. Then it's going to not really stop in southern Minnesota. North Iowa, it's going to be very, very on and off, but southern Minnesota, not the case. It will stop early tomorrow morning. Roads should be pretty impacted through this afternoon, heavy snow, especially this evening, but there's a little bit of a lull with some light snow and winds tomorrow morning. That's not going to last forever. The heavy snow returns in the afternoon with very strong winds gusting to 40 miles per hour through early Thursday. And it's going to really add up and it's going to really blow around. Here's tomorrow afternoon, and we're seeing gusts 40+ miles per hour. That is blizzard criteria, so there is a risk for that. Key takeaways, heavy snow is expected this afternoon. More of it tomorrow afternoon through Thursday. Also some ice and wind in the mix for tomorrow. It's all going to be a mess. It is going to be a mess, especially in southern Minnesota where this storm, again, has the potential to be historic. Travel likely going to be impossible in southern Minnesota Wednesday evening through Thursday. That means it's not possible. If you try, it won't work. The wind will be blowing around a foot of snow across the area. The plows can't do anything. So that's what we're dealing with Wednesday evening through Thursday. Be prepared. Stock up right now if you need to.
Thank you, Sean. A local landscape